past. And we talked about Alex Karaban doing a little bit of everything, the ultimate Swiss Army knife.
And moments ago, we caught up with Georgetown head coach Ed Cooley in the locker room.
Our only way in is win one game at a time. Told you about this early on. There's nothing like playing in this building on a Friday night semifinal Big East tournament, right? Play together, trust one another, play harder than the guy in front of you. Enjoy it. Enjoy the moment. Be more energy. It's a road game for us. And we've been great on the road the whole year. 100% this will be a road game. Trust one another, perform for one another, tell the dude next to him you got his back.
All right, what a great speech. And Ed Cooley knows what it's like to play on a Friday night and a Saturday night in the championship game. He won it all when he was the head coach at Providence back in 2014. These two teams faced each other twice during the regular season. UConn swept both meetings against the Hoyas, but both were nail-biters, 64-62 in D.C. and 79-75 in Stores. Terrace Reed, what a day yesterday. This kid keeps getting better and better and better. 17 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks in 27 minutes. So it's Connecticut, Georgetown. Time to ball. Connecticut controls the tap. What should we pay attention to early?
But see if UConn can establish, and we talked about Terrace Reed early in the paint. You do that, that loosens up the defense a little bit more. I think the outside shooting, Karaban in particular, can get some open looks.
Here's Reed, the Michigan transfer, worked on his body when Danny Hurley finally brought him in. He's gotten in incredible shape. Mullins on the baseline, that one deflected out of bounds. Nicely done by Isaiah Abraham. Danny Hurley, one of the great coaches in all of college basketball. Two-time national champ, the son of Bob Hurley Sr., Hall of Famer, inside Reed, and it goes down. As the shot clock expired.
I think you're going to take a look at it.
Let's take a look.
It might still be.
It's a close one.
Yeah, it's close. It may still be on his fingertips.
Better look here.
Let's see if Terrace Reed cut his nails. Nope. I think it's still on his tips.
Gotta be out of the hand.
Yeah.
Terrace Reed from St. Louis, Missouri.
The Lou. Now, talking to Ed Cooley, I got a chance to run into him before the game. And
what'd he say?
Well, you know, he's crazy anyway, in a good way. He's just like, look. Well,
I mean, Danny Hurley and Cooley.
Oh, come on. And I love it. He said,
there's a place, I think it's in D.C., called St. Elizabeth.
Right? I mean, both of them nonchalant. Listen, rim protect. We got to play in transition. You can't turn the ball over. I mean, it's real simple. You know, and those are the 3 areas. I think playing defense without fouling, where it's just UConn team in the 2 games averaging about 24, 25 free throw attempts a game. You can't give that to this high-quality opponent.
Abraham, his first shot of the game, off the mark. And Demery comes the other way. Demery in foul trouble yesterday. Had to sit most of the first half. But he's been the difference on this Connecticut team this year from a defensive perspective as a point guard. He's the tip of the spear. Backdoor solo ball from guess who? Terrace Reed.
Well, defensive discipline. That time you bite on the screen and you open it up for the back door. One of the challenges when you play against this Huskies team.
At 6'11", Reed averages almost 3 assists per game. They swing it. Mack goes inside. Pull-up jumper. That's a brick. Alafanoa, who had a monster game yesterday. 21 points and 10 rebounds.
Alafanoa is going to put some pressure on Terrace Reed. It's very important that Terrace don't pick up Those unnecessary fouls.
Mullins, the sharpshooter from Indiana. He's got a Rick Mount, folks. You know what that means? He's got an in-the-gym range jump shot.
Man, I love that he got to the 15-footer, got to a spot.
Meaning when he gets in the gym, he's in range.
Well, watch this, the backdoor cut. You overplay up top. What you want to do is get up underneath your man, send them out to the above the three-point line. Jeremiah Williams, you're trying to overplay that, you're going to get beat. And Mullins feeling where the defense is at, able to pull up for a nice little midi.
So Caleb Williams brings the ball up the floor. Now it's Malik Mack. Mack is the straw that stirs the drink for Georgetown. Inside, that ball knocked away. Guess who? Demry. Defense, the kick, Caravan. And Caravan throws it in the backcourt, and Connecticut turns it over. Georgetown trying to become the first double-digit seed in Big East history to make the championship game. Mack, who transferred from Harvard, played for Tommy Amaker there. Mack inside the roll, and it comes up short for Halafanoa. Mullins, quick release, pure. He's got a Rick Mount, folks. And he's a freshman.
And this shows you, too, with UConn, if you don't have defensive balance in the backcourt, you're either giving up a layup to the rim, or in that case with Mullins, a wide-open three-point shot.
Williams inside, had a nice game yesterday after he settled down. Finds the big fella, Halafanoa.
There you go.
Georgetown on the board.
It's always good to get your feet wet if you're big. Halafanoa that time able to get an easy one. Nice dunk inside.
Reed. Interesting matchup here between the two bigs. Reed almost lost it. Spinning, jump hook. Short. Abraham. Strong rebound. Isaiah from Gainesville, Virginia. Here's Isaiah, rise and fire. Demry, the Georgia transfer. He's from North Carolina, was not recruited by Duke or NC State. He takes that personally. And Harris make that Reed foul. And Halafanoa will be called for the foul.
Well, this is, look, UConn loves to get out in transition. If you don't stop the ball, they'll make you pay. The freshman, not a freshman anymore, stepping up big time. Take all three of those.
He's lead the Hoyas 7-2 with 15:34 to go in the first half. Now let's go to Miss Allison.
Well, Gus, UConn's Terrace Reed Jr. told us coming into this tournament he was going to be like a man on a mission to win a Big East tournament title. And boy, did he look it last night. He absolutely dominated against Xavier, going off for 17 points, finishing the night with 14 rebounds. But still, his head coach, Dan Hurley, said, he could do more. He said he's playing like a top 10 center. I need him to play like a top 2 or 3 center in the nation. I want to see him dominate the game in the backboard, protect the rim, and be a force on offense here tonight. Good start, though, for Terrace so far here. 3 rebounds and a couple of assists, although he has not scored yet, guys.
Danny Hurley talks like my wife. Always got to prove my love. He can do better. He was awesome last night.
Got to say on him. I'd say the biggest jump to me in Terrace Reed's game, he's not scoring points, not rebounding, is staying on the floor, not committing the silly fouls that kind of regulated him early in games, to sitting on the bench.
He was not in foul trouble yesterday, and one reason he's been staying out of foul trouble, he's in shape.
That's right. And he's understanding positioning on the court. Like right there. Beautiful against the zone.
Nice handoff, Mullins, and the floater goes down.
Yeah, gaps in that zone were exploited at that time by UConn. The patient, pinpoint passing, and then Mullins with a nice little runner.
Mullins with 7 of the 9 points for the Huskies. So the freshman off to a good start. Baseline J, and that goes down for Jeremiah Williams. The Temple transfer, the Iowa State transfer, the Rutgers transfer. He's from Chicago, Illinois.
Well, he got many bags and stamps as I got on my NBA resume right there.
Solo ball. Iwuchukwu with the rebound.
Oh.
Abra make that Caleb Williams. 13 to shoot for Malik Mack. Pull up 3. Mullins pulls it down. He'll kick it out to Solo ball. High stepping into the front court. Now down the lane with the dribble. Pull up Jay. Got it.
That was easy. That was Solo was able to flow right into a sweet spot. And you love that transition drag offense with your big to see if you can turn the corner. That time, ball didn't disappoint.
Williams penetrating. Left hand runner, no good, but a foul coming up, and that should go against Reed.
But watch this against the zone defense as you come off in here. Reed is going to get to the basket. Why is that important? Is because Iwuchukwu commits too soon or too high up the paint. That allows the pass on the backside to get to the basket, and then a little shuffle pass to Mullins. Nice little floater in the lane.
Reed has not scored, but he does have 3 rebounds and 3 assists already. Iwuchukwu inside, count it. Big fella. Vince Iwuchukwu, the St. John's transfer. Nigerian born. Against DePaul, had a huge game.
You see the double in the corner. Iwuchukwu did the right thing, went right to the front of the rim. The pass was delivered on time. Eyes up at the rim, soft hands, soft touch.
Iwuchukwu 0 for 3 last night, scoreless, but the game prior against DePaul, 17 points and a career-high 14 rebounds.
But you don't need all of those rebounds in this game on the defensive glass. The less opportunities, offensive possessions you give to this UConn team, the better.
Here's a very interesting stat for you folks. Solo ball just picked up his 2nd foul at the 13:47 mark of the first half.
Yep.
Same thing happened to Demery last night, and he sat after he picked up that 2nd foul for pretty much the entire first half. Here he is. Good matchup, 2 athletes. Demery and Williams. Iwuchukwu on the air ball, couldn't hold on to it. Now Ryba, nice turn and lays it in. Eric Ryba from Germany, but played high school basketball in Maryland at the Bullis School. Jeremiah Williams and a whistle and foul.
That was an easy call for the official up top. Iwuchukwu that time leans into that screen. You don't have to do that. Sometimes it's better as a big. If I'm there late, that's okay. Force the defender to have to go around you. You don't have to move. It's better to do that than pick up an offensive foul, which leads to another foul, team foul.
Jaden Ross in the game now for Solo ball. Mullins picks up his dribble. Here's Ross, who was terrific yesterday off the bench. An Energizer bunny. The kick, Malachi Smith, way short. Cross court, diagonal, Williams to the bucket. Oh, blocked by Mullins, but they're going to call it goaltending. 13-10 yesterday. I ran into Ed Cooley before the game, and I said, what do you think about Villanova? He said, we're going to win by 11. They ended up winning 78-64. You saw before the game, he said, my team needs to fight.
That needs to fight. And not literally, but just be physical. Force UConn to be a little uncomfortable. Muddy it up a little bit within the balances, within the lines.
Caravan with a look.
And play in transition.
Malik Mack the other way, guarded by Malachi Smith. Two little guys with great quickness. Inside, no, baseline. Long jump shot. That one off the back of the iron for Langston Love. 13-10 to go. First half. 11:48 remaining with the score 13-10. Back after this. Danny Hurley is in his 8th season as UConn head coach and led the Huskies to back-to-back national titles in 2023 and 24. Moments ago, our Allison Williams had a chance to talk to him.
Coach Hurley, give me a sense early in this one. What's the sense you get for the feel, the flow, and the pace of this?
I mean, a little jittery right now. I think both teams are a little jittery. I think we got off to a decent start. You know, they're doing a really good job of pressuring us. They're in a deep drop with the center, and they're top blocking the three-point line, so we got to make some offensive adjustments.
Thank you, Dan.
Well, here's what he's saying. In their half-court set, maybe not confusion, but just not making some adjustments of where they're at. Now, again, this is an experienced UConn team, but this is a big moment coming off a tough loss to Marquette, trying to get things back.
And for those of you that haven't been following Connecticut, they had a chance to clinch a tie for the regular season title, but lost last week against Milwaukee. I mean, in Milwaukee against Marquette. Danny Hurley got in a little hot water. They fined him $25,000 for allegedly bumping an official. Caravan three.
Boom. Come out, timeout. What do? Flawless execution. And again, it's not a matter if you make the shot. Do you get the shot that we drew up in the timeout? And on that occasion, yes and yes.
Malik Mack, guarded by Ross, trying to shake him. Got him in the air. Steps through and hits it.
He can do that.
That's a tough shot.
That's a tough. Falling to your right, shooting back with that left hand.
Because Ross is 6'7".
But you know what? Malik Mack has done that thousands of times. So for him, it's not as tough as the camera makes it appear.
Malik Mack from Oxon Hill, Maryland. Mullins got open. Out of bounds, and will stay right here. Now Reed comes back into the game for Ryba.
UConn runs so many actions. You're talking about having your head on the swivel. And all of those actions lead up to a curl off of a screen, a slot cut back door, a quick post up. All that movement, get your head moving, then they hit you with something quick.
Demery leans in from 14, batted around. Caravan ends up in his hands. Nice rebound, however, for Langston Love. Mack, baseline bounce, blocked by Reed. And out of bounds, Connecticut basketball.
And we saw this earlier with St. John's, the backline defense, how it rotates over, anticipates where the ball and shot is going up. And that time, Terrence Reed, because of his positioning inside, was able to assist his teammates here and not give up an easy layup. Pin it on the backboard. Get the possession now for UConn.
A lot on the line for Terrence Reed during this tournament, folks. He wants to be an NBA player. He's got a real good chance of being drafted, but he's got to show them in big games. Ross.
Oh, push
and
off.
A foul coming up on Mack.
Yep. And that's what
And you felt that pressure when, I'm sure, when you knew you were definitely going to be a top 5 pick, but when you went into the postseason, your last season at Ohio State, did you think about those things?
But you know, I didn't really know at the time where I would land as far as draft status. So I didn't have to carry as much of that because I was so locked in on trying to get to a Final Four that I knew the pro opportunity was there waiting.
Caravan travels.
You know, so it was more so trying to accomplish something short term, which was get to the Final Four. And then when I found out where I would ultimately be drafted, you know, that was icing on the cake.
You put in the work.
Put in the work, man. But you get to that position like Terrace and other guys, Caravan, because of outstanding teammates and coaches. Put you in a position to be as great of a player as you can be.
And you talk about outstanding coaches, folks. Connecticut has some of the best young coaches in the game of basketball. Jump shot deep, no. And it's Caravan with the rebound. Smith weaving, finds the big fella. Oh, leans in, double pump, softly off the glass and in. His first bucket of the night.
Another transition basket for UConn.
18-12 Huskies. Into the game now. Kayvon Mulready. He had a monster night yesterday against Villanova. Deflected. Demery gets it back to Ross, and he'll pound it down with 2. Timeout, Hoyas. Demery, the tip of the spear.
Well, Malik Mack, short of stature, can play against you, in particular when a double team comes. But this is the transition basket. Able to get downhill. Nice, beautiful slot pass to Reed Jr. to get it inside. I love it. You attract Uwachukwu to come over and commit. Reed showing that agility. Now watch the steal. And that time, Demery able to tip it. And Malik Mack, those are the plays that Coach Cooley talks about that we got to peel back. You can't get away with that against a UConn team. A one-hand pass trying to get over an eventual double team is not going to cut it.
I got in trouble yesterday, Jimmy.
Ooh.
I was talking about how Connecticut is the cradle of championships, especially the men with 6. And then I said, forget about it with the women. It's not even fair with Gino. And then I went on to say, I think they could make the playoffs in the WNBA.
Women's team.
The women's team
right.
could make the playoffs in the WNBA. And I got lit up.
Oh, you got lit up.
Lit up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they appreciate it, but those that play in the
Jamel
WNBA
Hill,
and watch the WNBA.
my good friend and my homegirl called me. She was like, you're a nut.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
She said, I love you to death.
But she
said, Jesus couldn't help with that
right,
one. Right?
Exactly. Who's going to guard Age?
Yeah. Nah, bro. I like you, and I think
Sabrina.
They'll be competitive, but nah.
Yeah. I love the women's game.
Come on, man.
I do.
You know how we say you play against grown men? Grown men. You play against grown women. All right? Nah.
All right. Langston Love coming in now.
You got the penchant to ruffle some feathers sometimes, huh?
Yeah, you know. See if they're listening.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Mulready. Count that basket.
Yep.
Kayvon Mulready is from Worcester, Mass. He's a sophomore. He had 14 points off the bench last night and 8 rebounds in 23 minutes. He hit some monster shots. Banked in a 3 from the wing. Had a tip dunk. 20-14. Georgetown trailed for moments in that first half against Nova, but ended up leading going into halftime. Baseline, Ross puts it on the deck and loses it.
I tell you what, Caleb Williams, really good closeout, running Ross off the three-point line.
And Jeremiah Williams tied up, jump ball the call, and Georgetown has the arrow. Couple of dynamite coaches. Ed Cooley, Danny Hurley, passion. Big East basketball is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Welcome back to the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in the heart of New York City. Midtown, 20-14. Connecticut, the 2 seed against Georgetown and 11. Now let's go to Allison, who had a chance to check out Coach Cooley.
Coach Cooley, as you address your team here, what will be your major points of emphasis?
Take care of the ball, keep trusting one another. I think we're getting good shots. I mean, they're scoring off of our mistakes right now. They're having a hard time scoring against a set defense. They're scoring in transition and second shots. Take care of the ball, rebound the ball, and we'll be in good shape.
Thank you, Ed.
Well, it's the turnovers that lead to points. Okay, 4 turnovers early. A live ball turnover compromises your backcourt defense, and now you give up 5 points off of those. So probably seems like it's a lot more in Ed Cooley's eyes, but you got to get shots at the rim. You do that by valuing the basketball.
So far for Connecticut, 7 fast break points already. Abraham back into the game with Mulready.
Lost it. Mulready lost it. And that's the pressure that was placed that time by Malachi Smith.
Demery. Demery gets down the lane. Oh! Terrace Reed! That was like a Sherman Douglas alley-oop from Demery.
Right to Ronnie Sockley, DC inside.
Alafanoa. Quiet offensively, baseline. Abraham can't get it to fall. Mullins. Rebounded, Demery. This kid is ubiquitous. Backdoor, nice slip. Caravan from guess who? Reed again. That's his 4th assist in the first half. 24-14, largest lead of the game now for the Huskies. Baseline rejected, and back to Abraham. Williams air ball as the shot clock expires.
Hey, Gus, I want to go back to the dunk, and the reason why is I talked about this. Look, all this movement is just to get this one-on-one, the screen and roll. Back, forth, east-west movement. It shifts the defense ultimately to have Demery be able to turn the corner and now force the defense to have to make a decision on how you're going to guard him. Do I come off the baseline? Do I stay at home? If you come off the baseline, the lob is available, and as we see, Reed makes you pay.
Folks, we've seen some spectacular dunks in the 2026 Big East Tournament. Mullins hands it off on the weave. Demery bumped by, looks like Caleb Williams.
No, I think they called that on Ryba. Moving.
Wow,
You're
right.
Let's take a look. And, you know, the thing about the UConn players, they come off of these screens, even when the ball is in their hands, extremely hard. So you as a defender have to match that energy as well. That time, Ryba just moved just a little too much. Good call by the official.
And a whistle and foul. And looks like Ryba will pick up. No, they call it Malachi Smith will pick up the foul.
Lafanoa right now not as active with the ball in his hands as we saw last evening. Let's see if they try to get him some touches. There he is right now.
From New Zealand. Nice. Left hand floater, and it's good.
Nice.
Julius Lafanoa.
How about that patience, Gus?
24-16. And a whistle. And a foul underneath. On the floor. Looks like Julius Lafanoa will pick up his second at the 5:32 mark, so he'll have to come out of the game.
Yeah, and you know, you hate that too, because he's the post player that you can trust to dump it down to from a skill set perspective that can not only get you a basket, but maybe pick up a foul or two because of his offensive skill set.
Now Iwuchukwu comes into the game for him. Mullins off the bounce. Got it. It's under control. This kid's got a mature game. And out of all the players that you're seeing on the floor now, this freshman might be, when it's all said and done, the best one. He's sensational. He's got a game-high 9. Meanwhile, Langston Love stepping through. He was scoreless in 11 minutes the last 2 nights. 26-18. Solo ball, picked up 2 fouls. Demery off the heel. Gets his own rebound, just throws it at the rim. Jeremiah Williams the other way. Max steps into a 3. Officials letting him go up and down. Brian O'Connell, Tony Chiazza, Tim Clockerty. Mullins on the floor. Played away, and it goes. Man,
talking about smooth, brother.
They call him a version of Rex Chapman, the boy king.
And he got bops, too. He can get up. So don't get it twisted. Mullins that time took the contact. Maybe earlier in the year he had been off balance, but not on that occasion. And turnover, live ball.
Demery off the Jeremiah Williams turnover. Looks like he slid his pivot foot. Mullins. He's got confidence.
Young fella.
No fear. 3:37 to go. First half, semifinals. Big East Tournament. The winner of this game to play the St. John's Red Storm in the championship tomorrow. Love, tough shot, and it goes.
Good patience by Love that time. He allowed Ryber to get back and retreat, and that's when he attacked off that pick and roll. Beautiful pass.
And the runner won't go for Ryber. Out of bounds. And a timeout on the floor. Talked about Mullins.
Well, you said it reminds you a lot of Rex Chapman. They can shoot it, and athletic, and right there. Can't believe he made that shot. Langston Love get no love right there from Mullins.
UConn has not lost to Georgetown since 2017, 12 straight wins, and they're currently up 8 on the Hoyas. Welcome back inside Madison Square Garden. Rob Stone here with you, and coming up on the Jeep halftime report, would top seed Arizona get caught in a cyclone, a buzzer beater from Kansas City coming up next. Ole Miss swimming against the tide, and you'll see how St. John's made the Pirates walk the plank earlier here inside MSG. Guys, we'll see you at the break.
All right, Stoner, thank you very much. Braylon Mullins, the freshman, the boy kid.
Well, you hear it all the time, 3-level score. You saw the pull-up, midi, long-range shot, and then the floater, a runner inside. But I would add a 4th to that, the ability to create points and manufacture points from the free throw line. That's the next step of what he'll be able to do. And to be able to have that in your arsenal, to be as versatile offensively, what it does to defense is you just can't zero in and take one thing away and eliminate a player like Mullins, his effectiveness. Now, making and missing shots is one thing, but I tell you what, he has a really good package to work with offensively.
He scores in double digits in 8 of the last 11 games. He had a career high 25 in a loss to Creighton on February 18th. Reed, Silas Demery. Caravan inside Reed, nice catch. He's got great hands. Look at him hooking.
Yeah, he got away with that too.
And he dribbled it out of bounds.
Yeah, the officials didn't call it, but he had the hook on Uwachukwu right there on his left. That left hand was wrapped around the left leg.
Jeremiah Williams. Just got to make sure he's frugal with the basketball.
Like
Turned it over 4 times yesterday.
I like that word, Gus.
He'll take a jumper. I don't think that's what Ed Cooley wants.
No, but look how far out the offense started and stayed because of the pressure for UConn on defense.
Turn around, jump shot, Mullins again.
What'd you say, Gus? What'd you say?
The boy king.
Talk to me.
He's got a Rick Mount.
You know, he has an engine, too, because he's always moving.
He's a freshman.
18, right?
He's got 13. Right, what are you talking about? A Snickers bar, he's ready to go all day.
Right. Snickers and some pizza.
That's right.
He gone.
And a soda.
Yeah.
Hesitation. Demery cut off by Mulready. Nice position. Reed gets it again. Power dribble, turns, loses it. Out of bounds, and
the jury says, I think it's staying here.
They haven't. It looks like it's going to be Connecticut basketball with 17 to shoot.
Well, it feels like this game is a 15, 20-point game, but it's only a 10-point game. You know?
And Georgetown is 1 of 11 from the 3-point line.
Exactly.
Now Mulready called for a foul, trying to deny Demery from going around a screen. That's his first.
You know, one of the things that really hurts this Georgetown team, they have a low assist rate. So offensively, when you're trying to get back in the game, a lot of it is predicated more one-on-one to get shots instead of the ball moving and finding the open player, which creates a better and more efficient offense.
That's Malik Mack and Jeremiah Williams. A lot of dribbling. 6 to shoot. Demery backs it up. Leans in, no call. Off the heel, snatched down. Here comes Jeremiah. Has to be under control. Love almost traveled. A minute to go. Williams down the lane, rejected by Terrace Reed. Outlet, Mullins to the bucket, double pump. Woo! The boy, King. You need to call Rex to see if Rex has seen this kid play.
You know what? Just because we're going to text him at halftime.
Okay. Largest lead of the game for Connecticut. 32-20. Mulready. And a foul. Look at this play.
Well, of course, it starts where? On the defensive end, that's Terrace Reed. One pass up. Mullen with the up and under a little bit. Scoop. So I think Rex would have dunked that one right there. Rex would have went upstairs. One dribble, he'd have been in the air.
Yeah, but he had a defender right.
It don't matter. If you're talking about Rex, that's what Rex used to do.
You think so?
One leg, jumper.
He's projected as a mid-first round draft pick.
But his ability to if you're a shooter, okay?
Does he come back to school after this year?
Why? if he's depending on where he's.
He said mid-first round.
Well, see, the thing about it is people say, well, is a young man really ready? It doesn't matter. Sometimes just trying to get to your second contract. Your second contract opens up the possibility, one, to get paid, but then for that max deal after that. So you're young at 18, signed a 5-year deal, 3-year option. Bruh,
Man.
a lot of years to play and make a lot of money.
Ross. Inside, Caravan, and he's fouled by Jeremiah Williams with 4.2 seconds to go.
Precision. We talked about Coach Pitino and St. John's, and the little things count. Where the ball is situated with UConn when they run their picks and their handoff up top matter, because the slip screens, the ball has to be delivered on time.
The little things, when you look at guys like Coach Pitino and Coach Hurley, national champion coaches, that's where their genius and their brilliance comes into play.
Well, you see, take the free throw line, right? I mean, you have the edges of the free throw, those slots. They want you to be in specific areas. Dan Hurley, when you come off the screen, in order for that slip of the big to work, you can't be so close to the sideline. Now you can't make the play. So when you work at it in practice and get to those spots on the court, when you're in the game, you'll be able to deliver those passes or get the shots in the areas that you're supposed to. That's why it matters.
Well, one reason Danny is such a great coach is because of his father. That's right, Bob Hurley Sr., the Hall of Fame coach from legendary St. Anthony's High School. He's in the Naismith Hall of Fame. He turned down opportunities to coach in college basketball because he was always worried about his family. If he got fired, he didn't know what would happen. He also worked as a probation officer in Newark for over 30+ years. Sitting down talking to him, he's like a wealth of knowledge. I asked Danny, I said, does your dad ever give you X's and O's? He said, no, Dad never talks about that, but he does talk to me about understanding the relationships with my players and understanding how to motivate them and teach them to be better basketball players. Ross, strip, Mulready, nice hands, throws it up, and that's it. End of the first half. UConn jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Braylon Mullins helped build the lead to 10 while Solo Ball sat on the bench for 13 minutes with 2 fouls. Mullins leads the game with 15 points, and Reed is doing it all with 4 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. Let's go to Miss Allison.
Braylon, 15 points for you in that first half. How would you describe what you're feeling offensively that's led to so much success?
I mean, we're just kind of listening to what Coach Hurley wants, and he's calling different reads. I mean, they do a lot of different coverages on defense, and I just found a little bit of a rhythm inside the perimeter. So, I mean, yeah, if that's going to keep working, I'll keep going to it. But, I mean, yeah, new half, 0-0 now.
Exactly, and you guys are 20 minutes away from playing for a Big East Tournament title. What must you guys remember in this second half?
I mean, just keeping the intensity on defense. I think we've been doing a great job there. So just making sure we stay on the glass, and I think it's all defensive oriented. I mean, the offense will come to us if we keep playing hard on defense.
Thank you so much. Gus?
All right, thank you, Allison. Halftime here at Madison Square Garden. 32-21, UConn on top of Georgetown. After this commercial break, we'll send you courtside for the Jeep Halftime Show with Rob Stone and the boys.
Welcome back to New York City and the halftime report sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Huskies and Alex Caravan yet to trail in this one. The lead at 11 after 20 minutes. The winner to take on St. John's tomorrow on Fox in the Big East Championship game. Rob Stone, Casey Jacobson, and Donnie Marshall here with you. This spring, for the first time in Big East history, 3 players from one program, UConn, earned first-team all-conference honors. All season long, the Huskies have been playing kind of like they triple option type attack. There's been 3 guys that have stood out game in and game out. Again, it's a 3-headed monster tonight for the Huskies.
Yeah, in the backcourt. I think the potential of this Husky team in March and possibly in April will be determined by this backcourt that we're going to show you. Caravan has been efficient with his looks. Solo Ball made his first shot. That's a great sign. But the heavy lifting has been done by the freshman Braylon Mullins. But those 3 guys have combined to score 24 of UConn's 32 points. And Mullins breaking out of a mini slump. But the reason I bring these guys up, Donnie, is because all 3 of those guys have taken more shot attempts this season than Terrace Reed Jr., who I believe is their best player. So they can't forget about the big guy down low, but it's nice to see them efficient in the backcourt.
You know what? I'm going to have to back you up here and actually.
Oh, thanks.
I'm going to have to really come to your rescue because that best player, Terrace Reed, has 4 points. But the reason he's still on the floor is because Dan Hurley understands that he is not one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Terrace Reed, in that first half, look, when you're playing against a longer player, you have to understand you got to go into his body. If you can't, the double comes, you throw it out. 4 assists for him. Also, Silas Demery, another guy who you have to have on the floor. 7 combined assists between those 2. There are a lot of roles in this system for UConn. It doesn't just come down to staying on the floor by making shots. And we've seen that with this team. If you can be productive in another way, like Demery and Reed are, you stay on the floor.
Somebody's got to figure it out from deep. These 2 teams combined 3 of 23 from 3-point land. The Huskies last week, they were sitting on that 1 line, then the loss to Marquette bumped them to the 2 line. Could UConn get some help in Kansas City to get themselves back up to the 1 line? Highlights from around the nation next. The 44th consecutive year that New York City's Madison Square Garden hosts the Big East Tournament. We're at the break here in semifinal number 2. Donnie, Casey, Rob, back here with you. This is the first time since 1994 that 4 of the Big East original institutions made it to the tournament semifinal. Semi number 1 earlier tonight had number 1 seed defending champ St. John's taking on 4 seed Seton Hall. Your halftime highlights sponsored by Jeep. There is only one.
Well, we knew what this game was going to be about, and that's what it was. Zuby Ejiofor, even though Seton Hall, they hit a little rough spot in that second half. I think what's impressive, Bryce Hopkins, 13.7 rebounds, only 4 shots.
I was more impressed with Zuby's 20, but we'll keep it moving.
Arizona on the 1 line, the top seed in the Big 12 tournament, but Iowa State's Taman Lipsey ties it up at 80.
Lipsey hustle.
Jaden Bradley is the Big 12 Player of the Year, not because his stats are impressive, but because he makes shots like that. He's a closer, man.
Arizona with the buzzer beater. They move on to the championship game. We pivot to the SEC. Ole Miss and Bama in a battle here. Taylor Bowen alley-oop, 4-point game.
Ole Miss had only won 4 SEC games this year total.
Boy.
They look good in that baby blue, man. That must be the difference for them. 1 seed Florida taking on Kentucky. Alex Condon. He finished with 22. His head coach, Todd Golden, loves it.
Don't
I'm not
touch
sure
my
Condon
hair.
liked it as much.
Don't touch my hair, man.
Get your hand out of my hair.
That's Savion Lee. If they get consistent production from him and Boogie Fland, they can cut down the nets.
Big Ten quarterfinals. Wisconsin was down 15 in the second half, guys. Rallied to force overtime. Nick Boyd, career high 38.
St. Mary High School, Rutherford, New Jersey. Nick Boyd is a baller.
Keaton Wagler with a chance to level it. No good. Wisco wins. They've got Michigan coming up next. UConn only 20 minutes from their 12th Big East Tournament Championship game appearance. Second half from the Garden next.
And welcome back to Madison Square Garden. 32-21, UConn leads Georgetown as we head to the second half. First half stats are sponsored by Jeep. There's only one.
The difference in this game right now, both teams have taken 33 shots, but it's been the points off of turnovers, results in the fast break points. Neither team shooting well from the three-point line either. You guys got to find that range in the second half.
You know, when you look at this Connecticut team, I think that loss to Marquette has really inspired this squad. They were embarrassed by that loss last week, losing out on a regular season championship.
Yeah, they were a lot of pressure, I think, going into that game to put themselves in a position with St. John's, the regular season, to win it, and they did. So a little bit tight coming out, but they kind of found their rhythm as the game kind of matured on in that first half.
All right, so we are ready to start this second half. And Terrace Reed Jr. continues to have an outstanding Big East tournament.
Well, the ability for the big man to step out and make plays for his teammates, okay, is an asset, because now you can run your offense through and around him because you trust him in his decision-making with the basketball. You know, these passes. This is something I talked about, too, the maturity part of him getting better. Again, playing defense without fouling. The best ability for Terrace Reed Jr. and also UConn is his availability, meaning being on the court, because he impacts the game in a number of different ways. Yes, it's the scoring, but it's the facilitating, backline defense, rebounding that make him such a tough out.
By the numbers, Braylon Mullins, 15 points in that first half, shot a great percentage. And let's go to Allison.
Hey there, Gus. Take care of the ball and rebound. That's how Georgetown gets back into this game, according to head coach Ed Cooley. He said defensively, it's hard to ask the guys to do much more than they're doing already out there. But offensively, he said we need to be more efficient, and we've got to have better ball movement and body movement. These first 4 minutes are going to be crucial.
All right, so here we go. Connecticut with the basketball to start the second half.
Can Georgetown create some opportunities, enough of those off their defense to release some of the pressure placed upon them in their half-court offense?
Inside Reed.
Yep, over the
and
back.
A foul. Halafanoa. It's been a different kind of game for Julius Halafanoa. After the big 21-point, 10-rebound performance, he's been struggling a bit today to find a rhythm. Third foul, he'll have to sit early.
But that was a bad decision foul. Why reach over the top, Terrace Reed, on the entry pass, knowing you have 2 fouls? Now you're regulated for a long watch and sit on the bench because of that decision.
And a foul. And this is going to be on Reed. That'll be his second. Jeremiah Williams. Mack, he's got to get going offensively. Iwuchukwu battling with Reed. Mack only has 2 points. Williams, hard drive. Nice.
I like it. Change of direction. And can you get from point A to point B before that gap closes? The answer was yes that time by Jeremiah Williams.
32-23. 7 points for Jeremiah. Mullins. Ball back in the game after the 2 early fouls in the first half, and he'll hit his first shot of the second half.
Uh-oh. He just fell.
Looks like Demery got tied up. And that is Jeremiah Williams.
You want to review this? Let's take a look at the end of this. Williams, Demery right here. They're both entangled right there. He just fell.
Previous play is under review.
Come on, Jeremiah.
I know
that's
Broadway and the theater district is close, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not going to get you any kind of roles in those plays right there. I give you an A for effort. How about that?
No. He doesn't get that.
He'll get an A for effort?
No.
Okay.
It's terrible.
It is Oscars week. You know what I'm saying?
Is it?
Yeah.
Sinners. Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Let's take a look at UConn's resume. Obviously, 6th ranked team in the nation.
Well, all of this is great. What they were more concerned about was that right there. The Marquette loss dropped them off the 1 line. So not only losing out on another potential regular season Big East title, you lose out on the #1 seed opportunity. Now, if they could win this game and win the Big East tournament, does that help the argument? It just depends on what happens in the other conference tournaments as well.
So it looks like it's
I don't double tech.
After review, we have a double technical foul. 2 white and 25 black. It's going to be Georgetown's ball in the backcourt with 30 seconds on the shot clock.
Guys, I mean, were they involved in kind of like back and forth? Yeah. Does Williams get to the ground? Yeah. If I'm the official, I'm going to Ed Cooley. I'm saying tell Williams to stop flopping and acting. Tell Dan Hurley we're going to not have any of that and play on. That's just my opinion on that. I don't think it's enough to warrant a double tech. We see much more physical contact than that, Gus. I know you laughing right there like you can't. I know you can't believe that was a double tech.
all the games I've called in this building.
That's what all the games I've played in.
Pro and college.
Yeah.
So here we go. Caleb Williams, Malik Mack.
Tough pass. The angle was bad. See, that's why this is a low assist team. One dribble to the left by Abraham. Now you got a cleaner entry pass. Uwachukwu can catch it with his right hand towards the baseline and practically have a layup.
Oh, and is this a turnover? Yep. Yes, it is. Malik Mack forcing a turnover. But for Georgetown, they have 9 turnovers and 5 assists.
I know. And now UConn has 8 turnovers, but they have 11, 12 assists. What is it? 11 assists. Different.
Mack, guarded by Demery. Demery has bottled him up tonight. Williams leaves his feet. Mack, deep jumper. Off the back rim, rebounded by Demery. And he'll slow it up as he brings it up the floor. Demery now down the lane, picks up his dribble. Mullins, quick release. Off the heel. Uwachukwu bats it to Isaiah Abraham. Abraham, hard drive, off the glass and in. Explosive.
Yeah, but beautiful read. Once Mack cleared out the box, that left the baseline naked. And he was able, that rip through, get there before the defense could rotate over.
10-point game. His first bucket of the game. One thing you know about Georgetown, they can defend. Ball, weaving. Now Demery, pull up, short, and a whistling foul on the floor underneath. Terrace Reed, so active, such a quick jumper. He's got a lot of bounce in his game to be 6'11".
Yeah, well, talking about quickness, watch this rip through, boom. The lower man wins. That time Abraham got up underneath Mullins. Much needed basket, and here we are at that point again where Georgetown is just 4 possessions out of this game, only down 10, despite You know, shooting 35%, 8% from three.
Backdoor Mullins. Cut off. Reed. The kick. Mullins fires. Got it again. He's got 18.
And right now, Ed Cooley is just furious with Abraham. Wide leave and double team.
Iwuchukwu, though, on the other end. 16:27 to go, second half. 38-27. Demery. Up top, straight away. Boom. Silas Demery, first team All Big East. All Big East defensive team in his first year, transferring from the University of Georgia. Baller. Back door, two-hand tomahawk jam for Iwuchukwu.
Well, I like that two-man game up top, and that little pocket pass by Mulready put it right where it bounced perfectly off the deck.
Iwuchukwu with 7. Mullins. Itchy trigger finger. Now Terrace Reed all the way in the paint. Turn, jump hook, short. Tracked down by guess who? Demery. Caravan, no. And an over-the-back foul coming up on Reed. 3 fouls for Terrace Reed.
No, big fella inside. Not only can score the ball, but puts the ball on target, on time. Mullins does the rest. You double team, young fella makes you pay.
41-29, back to the Garden after this. Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series is on FS1 as the best of the best go full throttle in Vegas for the Pennzoil 400. The checkered flag flies Sunday at 4 Eastern with pre-race action beginning at 2:30 only on FS1. 41-29 our score here. UConn, the number 2 seed in the Big East Tournament. 6th ranked team in the nation, taking on the Georgetown Hoyas and 11. The winner of this game goes on to the championship tomorrow, where they will face the Red Storm of St. John's, who had a wonderful day. St. John's continues to show that Rick Pitino, I think he has a good idea of what he's doing.
You think he's pretty good at his job?
I
think he's
un poquito.
Yeah. Kind of picked up on a few things over the years.
Picked up on a few things. Not a bad dresser either.
Nah.
And is in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Mulready.
Oh, nice. Out of, oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful play. And set up for Iwuchukwu to get that lob over the top. I mean, that's operating to precision offensively when the ball moves. Make a quick decision, shift the defense, and now you have a lob and Iwuchukwu over the top.
So here's Iwuchukwu at the line. Vincent, transferred from St. John's. Prior to that, he was at the University of Southern California. He is of Nigerian descent.
Big body, Iwuchukwu can rebound. The thing, too, is that you really don't have to double if he's guarding Terrace Reed to compromise your perimeter defense.
And Iwuchukwu with the game-high 9 points for his team. Off the bench.
No 2-2-1 press going back into a 2-3 zone, it looks like.
Only a 10-point game.
Yeah. Look for the middles, short corners to be open here.
Inside, Caravan. And the rebound going to Caleb Williams. Mack down the lane, left-hand runner, no. Mullins pushes it. Ball. Outlet pass, Iwuchukwu. And Mullins got a hand on it, out of bounds.
I tell you, Mullins got away with that too, because he got caught watching the shot go up and not getting back in transition. So he hightailed it back and was able to swipe it away from giving up what could have been an easy dunk for Iwuchukwu.
So Ross comes in, replaces Solo Ball. Mack, baseline jumper.
Tough.
Finally hit one.
Tough. Here's the press. So now you score. Get an opportunity to set your press 1-2-2.
Connecticut ready for that full court pressure. Breaking it easily. Handoff, Demery, 14-footer.
Nice.
Got it.
Amazing what happens when you're patient and you get the ball in the middle of the court versus a zone. The number of options that are presented to you at time. Beautiful two-man game, and Demery able to take advantage of it.
Demery with 7. And inside, Mack again.
Mack just finding a little sweet spot in UConn's defense.
Caravan. Demery again takes the contact, turns the corner, gets flipped by Caleb Williams. His first.
Malik Mack finding a little rhythm, tight curl. Ryba didn't really commit because he had to get back to the body of Iwuchukwu. Mack able to catch that on the move. Beat his initial defender downhill. Georgetown trying to find a little rhythm offensively here, but this is the end of the court right here. Get consecutive stops.
Mullins looking for that jump shot. Lost it on the way up. Bats it out to Ross. 10 to shoot. Demery. He can get anywhere he wants. Demery, 4 seconds. Demery in the corner. Ross got it. How about Demery? He can do everything.
Yeah, I mean, and you play great defense for 28 seconds. Ross gets open. Contested shot. And it's all for naught.
4th assist for Demery. He's got 7 rebounds to boot and 5 points. Complete player. Across the lane. Iwuchukwu. Off balance. Demery again.
Iwuchukwu lost his shoe too. Iwuchukwu lost his shoe.
Ooh. You sound like Walt Frazier.
There you
right.
go.
46 to 35. There's the wheel.
We are in New York, Gus. What did you say? And Ross calls for this as he's going to relocate in the corner. 28 seconds of defense wasn't long enough. A 3-ball quarter pocket. UConn responding just like a championship caliber team is known to do.
Big East basketball is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. 46-35, UConn on top of Georgetown. Let's take a look at the bracket here at the Big East Tournament. Seton Hall, St. John's winning, advancing to the final to take on the winner of this one. Georgetown and UConn, and St. John's got to the final again because of Zuby Ejiofor.
It doesn't get old watching this young man play, Gus, because you got to appreciate the energy in which he brings to the game, the unselfish nature, the leadership. Look at the numbers, but that doesn't tell the story. You know, certain guys, it's easy to follow. you know, when they speak, when they play. And Coach Rick Pitino places a lot of trust on that man's shoulders, offensively and defensively, and he responds in kind.
So he won the Conference Player of the Year, he won the Conference Defensive Player of the Year, and he was also the Scholar Athlete of the Year. How much does the Scholar Athlete of the Year factor in when the NBA guys look at him?
His intelligence, his ability to adjust, his dedication and discipline when you have multiple things going on, but yet can still be the best student, athlete, and athlete that you can be.
He's of Nigerian descent, 3.7 grade point average for Zuby in sports management. Mullins again. Can't get that one to fall.
You know what else it speaks to?
What?
His ability to manage time management.
That's what I asked him. I said, how do you have time to get a 3.7 grade point average at the university and play basketball for Rick Pitino? He said, it's my mother.
That's
if
right.
I didn't get good grades, she would kill me.
That's right. Time management, man. And that's what the league is all about, because when you get to the NBA, you have so much free time basically after your practices. How you manage that is very important to ultimately how you perform.
Discipline.
Yep.
Mack. Harvard.
Tough.
Transfer.
See, at Harvard, he's at the basket on that move. It's a little bit different at this level, as we know, and he's a second year at Georgetown. He gets it, but
Caravan. And Iwuchukwu with the rebound. If Georgetown could just start hitting a couple of buckets, they could get back into this game easily.
Well, when they've run their offense and the ball has moved side to side, they've gotten some really good shots. In that time, Malik Mack stays with it, but the ball kicks to the corner. He drives to close out, and he's able to find himself at the rim.
46-37. Ball. Tightrope in the baseline. Comes up short. Iwuchukwu with another board. His fourth. Mulready. They really haven't looked for him, Mulready, tonight. But he has an ability to hit some timely shots. Love. Tight rims. Loose. Ryba picks it up.
That would have been a big shot right there, Gus. That one stays in the cylinder.
Georgetown is 1 of 13 from the three-point line. They can't buy a three. Malachi Smith hopping, delivers, and Ryba. (48-37). Mulready. Baseline. Caleb Williams, and he knocks down a big one. Only the second three of the game for the Hoyas.
Gus, you know why that's important? It's because the two games in which they played earlier the year, Georgetown shot 40%, 41% from three, 17 for 42. Just not able to find their rhythm early or in this game. Maybe that can spark it on that big shot.
Ryba and a whistle and foul.
UConn spread you out because of all the motion. Iwuchukwu at that time coming off the baseline to help. Ryba, recipient of an easy basket. Look at that. Roll, replace. Caleb Williams set those puppies behind the line. Lefty. Able to knock in a much-needed three for the Hoyas.
8-point game. 8:29 to go. An eternity. Smith, who's from the Bronx, playing at home. Demery. Handoff. Ball in and out. Deflected. Nicely done by the Georgetown defense. That was Jaden Ford. Basket here could make it interesting. In the corner, Moretti. That's the one he hit last night. Demery. Orchestrated. TV timeout coming up. Backside jumper, Ross. Huskies flying. And a timeout, Georgetown. 7:30 to play, second half. Connecticut 51, Georgetown 40. Both charter members of the Big East Conference. This is the Big East Tournament on FS1. Welcome back, 51-40. Connecticut, 7:30 to play here in the second half. And UConn continuing to play at a high level.
But it's the breakdown in the Georgetown defense. Now watch here, we're going to freeze it here. Ross is in the corner. Langston Love moves in. He's expecting Mulready to be able to come down here. Watch the double team. It's not there. Now you're in no man's land. So you're giving up a direct line pass across the court. Nobody's double teamed. So defensive discipline, when it breaks down against a team like UConn, they're going to make you pay every time. And that prevents Georgetown from really getting themselves back in the game when you have those kind of breakdowns.
Ross was wide open because Terrace Reed found him, and Terrace Reed now has a career-high 7 assists in this game. Huskies so unselfish. They play incredible team basketball. Mulready, baseline. And this one goes down for Halafino. He has 6. Inside, big fella.
That's big boy basketball.
Just leaning on him.
Was that big boy basketball?
Too much weight.
And that time he tears bump, left shoulder, knowing the baseline is open. Halafino doesn't have the size or girth to stay with it in an unforced turnover right there.
Georgetown sloppy with the basketball there. 53-42. Still a lot of time left for the Hoyas to get back into this game from the greatest city in the world. 53-42. 6:31 to play here in the semifinal at Madison Square Garden. Now, earlier today, this is what Coach Ed Cooley said to his team before they went out onto the floor.
Just think about that. Short game, 4-minute game, 4-minute game, 4-minute game. They're going to go on a run. We're going to go on a run. No threes, no threes. Trust one another. Embrace this moment. Nothing like playing in this building on a Friday night. Somebody in this room's life's going to change tonight.
And that's Coach Ed Cooley in the locker room before the game, and he knows what it's like to play on a Friday night and a Saturday at the Big East Tournament. He won it in 2014, the first year Fox gained the rights to the Big East Tournament when he was the head coach of the Providence Friars. Bryce Cotton Kid. I still have a Bryce Cotton bobblehead doll in my house. He was
Is it in the package or out the package?
No, it's out. I had to take it out because I like to tap the head sometimes.
Well, little zone defense coming out the timeout here, and UConn has handled it pretty well. And back on the backside, well,
All right, let's go to Miss Allison.
Well, and the message from Coach Cooley continues here throughout the game that we heard in the pregame. He told them moments ago, you are fighting for your basketball lives right now. Play that way. Show that intensity. And his biggest issue has been on the defensive end. Jimmy, you showed it a little bit ago. He has not been happy with the breakdowns and the lack of communication. He said you have to force them to take tough twos. Do not be helping off the shooter.
How about this, Gus? Great stuff. UConn. First free throw of the game.
Wow.
Let me say that again. UConn's first free throw of the game.
And the second one goes. Mullins. Coming out party for the young man. He has 20. Third 20-point game of the season. As we hit the 6-minute mark. Olifanoa. And foul.
I like it. He has some good patience. Down low. Olifanoa established himself, loves to get to that right shoulder to the left hand.
And that one goes on Reed, his fourth. So Julius Olifanoa from New Zealand, went to NBA Global Academy, Australia. It's just a game of basketball, Jimmy. I know you've been all over the world playing. It's just so special, and it's getting even more fun to watch as all these international players not only go to the professional ranks here in the United States, but are starting to have an opportunity, the younger ones, to come play here in college.
Well, it just adds so much value to the game itself and why it's such a global game. Because it's something that you can play by yourself, two people, whether that's for your country,
your club,
your club,
your school,
whatever. And see why the NBA for years have been playing these games overseas and programming to attract that. But it also is a moneymaker at the end of the day, baby. TV rights to play the games overseas, jerseys, marketing.
Spoken like a true capitalist.
Hey, you know what I mean? Profit not a dirty word, man.
Mullins. And out of bounds. Now Caravan comes back in. Malachi Smith goes to the bench. Mullins got a good look, dumps it down. Nice pass as Ryba finishes. UConn's 18th assist tonight. Jeremiah Williams, tough shot. And a foul on the floor.
Well, guys, when you can shoot the ball with accuracy, you're going to attract the eyes of the defense. Mullins comes off this screen, attract the defense. Now you just got to make a play. Do I have the shot? If I don't, where's my roll man? Well, Olifanoa comes up off the baseline. All you just have to deliver. And Mullins on time, on target.
Mulready back in. One thing I love about this building is the sounds of Madison Square Garden. Second one good.
And for people out there who haven't been, you see the garden.
Bucket list.
And you come in, you don't realize you got to go up to get to the floor.
That's right.
I mean, it's a crazy dynamic because you're used to, in a bowl, going down to your seat. And you go down if you're on the upper level, but you're going up to get up to to the floor. It's bananas, man.
Demery takes his time. Caravan pops out on the wing. Inside feeds Ryba. Look at the teamwork. Look at the precision. The unselfishness. That's why Danny Hurley has won 2 national championships. And he's still a young coach, only 53 years old. Ryba with a block.
This UConn offense is like a mad scientist or a seasoned surgeon. They just slowly just cut you to pieces and pick you apart. And then they turn it over.
You jinxed it.
Right?
Malik Mack. Oh. Iwuchukwu takes an awkward fall.
Again, we see the backside of this. This comes off of a lot of movement, ball movement, body movement that isolate the 2-man game. On the left-hand side of the court, empty corner. Caravan once again making the correct play.
So Vince has had a nice job coming off the bench. 9 points, 4 boards. Make it 10. He's played 25 minutes. And the second one goes as well. He's a 70+% free throw shooter. Back in the game, Isaiah Abraham. 4:05 to go in the semifinals. The winner to take on St. John's in the final. And a timeout called by Connecticut. And welcome back. UConn and St. John's have been on a collision course all season long, and it could all culminate with these 2 teams meeting in the Big East Tournament Final here at Madison Square Garden tomorrow night. The Patinos versus the Hurleys. Something's got to give.
Look at that.
That was great.
If that doesn't encapsulate both of those outstanding coaches, always intense.
Neither of those teams have trailed in this tournament.
They're so good at drawing up stuff, and coaches, I wonder if they go home when they have to do a vacation, do they draw it up, a diagram, or they put a game plan together on how we going to travel and work?
You know what? That's a great question.
What your chores are going to be, what your obligations and responsibilities are.
And the great thing, you just see that both those coaches, Dan Hurley and Coach Pitino, they just love basketball.
Well, and also, too, like Coach Cooley, you love to have an impact on a young man's life. Forget the basketball. And sometimes that's being extremely hard on a young man so they get it early in their life. And that's the beauty of what coaches and how they can change lives in these young men and women. Tough love sometimes.
Let's go to Miss Allison.
Well, guys, keep an eye on how UConn plays down the stretch here, because in their regular season games against Georgetown, they had big leads and they only won by small margins. Up by 10, won by 2, and then in February they were up 14 and won by just 4. And we talked to Coach Hurley about it, and he said, yeah, that was the thing. We never delivered the knockout punch. I want to see more killer instinct from our guys in these types of games. Let's see how they close this one out.
Good point.
Well, also, too, you think about this, not that you don't know your next opponent if you end up winning this game, but you're playing for your next game as well. How you end this is important.
Knowing Danny Hurley since he was a kid, Jimmy, he's always had passion. Always. The best guy ever. Demery. Inside, Reed. And Caravan right at the rim.
Bro, that action was so beautiful to see. Got to run that back just so you can see that action of what they did to set Terrence Reed up for the shot, or then now, what is that, his 9th assist, 8 assists?
And a foul coming up against Georgetown.
Watch this action here. Again, it's all Mullins comes off, Caravan curls tight, drops it inside. Iwuchukwu has to help. Now you have a slip inside by Caravan. You can never go to sleep. You always have to have your head on a swivel, knowing that they're going to be slot cuts, back cuts.
Great thing about this Connecticut team tonight, 20 assists on 27 field goals.
Man, I'll tell you, when you play unselfish basketball like that and you move, everybody gets a piece of the pie, you know? And now you have your post player leading the team in assists tonight, kind of like what Zuby Ejiofor does for the team all year for St. John's.
And a foul inside. And it's going to go against Iwuchukwu as he looks like he decked Mullins.
Yep. Let's see, right? Oh, yeah, that's an easy foul. Now they're going to look at this, too, because it was above the neck and shoulders. So the officials are inclined to go take a look at this.
The one thing I do know about Danny Hurley, he knows he's on a stage. So he gives you a little extra,
You a little show?
Yeah, a little bit. He knows.
He know. He know.
He know?
He know. He know.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
It's fun for us.
He just makes it fun.
You know what he asked? Why he said, why do they always put the camera on me? Come on, bro.
You know why.
That's pure Hollywood right there. We got to get these reactions.
Could you imagine if he would have gone to coach the Lakers? That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
After review, the common foul was upgraded to a flagrant 1 foul. 24 White will shoot 2 shots, and the ball will be in the backcourt with 30 seconds on the shot clock.
Let's take another quick look at it.
Well, it's the elbow and the throwdown. I think it's more of a common foul that's aggressive, because it's not like Iwuchukwu threw the elbow, hit Mullins in the mouth, and then
threw him to the ground.
No, they were already connected. Did he swing him down? Yes. So upgrade to a flagrant 1.
And that'll send Mullins to the line, and he's already had a great night, 20 points.
Good for Mullins. You can add 2 more to his bag.
He's got 5 rebounds.
Yeah.
And an assist.
Yeah. But he set the tone. I thought his early motion and movement and aggressive nature of attacking this Georgetown defense kind of put them back on their heels. He kind of set the tone of how, not that you didn't know it, they already played each other twice. But when your freshman comes out and plays that hard early, especially on the offensive end, says a lot. You can't leave free money on the line, man.
87% free throw shooter on the Big East all-freshman team.
Well, I just hope that he's a candidate for Big East all Big East next year.
Yeah, I hope he stays. But it doesn't look like this is going to happen. Probably won't.
Think positive, guys.
Man, I'm thinking positive for him.
Me too. Cha-ching.
Ball, hands it off to Demery. Mullins. Reed. Mullins. Got a good look. Short.
Look at the hustle. The hustle's still going. Again, you playing again for tomorrow.
Demery.
Yep. Bigger goals, bigger things, guys, to accomplish for this UConn team. Disappointed with that loss at Marquette. Trying to make amends right now by getting to the Big East Conference Finals.
And with 1:39 to go, Connecticut takes their largest lead of the game.
This team this year is one. They don't hit you with big spurts, but they just slowly grind you down and just out execute you. Next thing you know, you're down almost 20 points.
Well, let's take a look a couple of years back for UConn. After beating St. John's in the semis, UConn met Marquette in the Big East Championship game in '24, where the Huskies cruised past the Golden Eagles behind Donovan Klingen's 22 points, 16 rebound performance in the 73-57 win. UConn's first Big East title since 2011. So 1 minute and 39 seconds remaining for the Huskies. And then they will go home and get ready for the big one tomorrow, the one everybody has been wanting to see.
Yes, sir.
St. John's, the top seed in the conference tournament, against Connecticut, the number 2 seed. It's going to feel like a Final 8 game.
Split the series this year, both won in dominating fashion. St. John's here, MSG, UConn at home. What will give? Can we? Too bad we can't get the little thing you like behind.
I don't know.
The
it might
basket.
be there tomorrow because St. John's is the home team.
Yeah, but it's still it's the tournament though, so it's not a St. John's home game. Unless somebody tries to sneak it in.
Big squiggly red thing that I'd see outside of used car lots.
Somebody told me you had bad dreams about that.
Yeah, man, that thing is scary.
You couldn't go to sleep.
I couldn't. It was either that thing or the burger.
Or the burger. I think. Hey, look, two things can be right at the same time. Oh, speaking of burgers, I see you have one.
Man, they have
put
some
you out there like that,
incredible burgers here. I had a burger yesterday and today. Best burger I've ever had at a sporting event. They call it what do they call it? The Daily Burger.
The Daily Burger. Travel.
It's a restaurant here in New York. Yeah, the guys from Tribeca Grill here in New York. So between the Daily Burger and L&B Spumoni Garden, best pizza and Spumoni I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like,
where's Espumoni? Where, you know, I'm a
it's in Brooklyn.
Guy. Oh, it's in Brooklyn. Yeah,
it's incredible. I mean, like, last meal kind of stuff.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want that to be the case when I go get it.
But
you know, I'm just saying.
If they hand you a menu.
You know, I want to be able to enjoy it a few more times. You know? Oh.
So, Malik Mack at the line. He's got another year. He's listed as a junior. Didn't have the offensive game that we expected him to have. 9 points, but he did have 5 assists. Looking for number 10 right here. And the rebound to Williams. They give it to Jeremiah Williams, air ball. Mason Moses, number 22, is checked in for the Hoyas for some garbage time. 3-point shooting a factor for Ed Cooley's team today. 2 for 16. That kind of tells you what you need to know.
Yeah, it's hard to win games when your perimeter shooting has been poor, in particular against a behemoth like UConn, where scoring is at a premium anyway because of the stout defense.
Here's Millender in the game. Ross, long 3. Scramble. Caleb Williams comes out of the pack with it. And he'll hit a jump shot in the paint. 67-51. As the Huskies walk it up the floor. They rise to their feet at the Garden. 2-second differential between the game and shot. And Connecticut will improve their record to 29-4. Husky fans fired up. Danny Hurley knows he's got one big one in front of him tomorrow. The final, 67-51, Connecticut defeats Georgetown. UConn led wire to wire. Mullins led all players with 21 points. Terrace Reed posted an impressive line, 6 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, a career high, and 3 blocks. And UConn moved the ball brilliantly. 21 assists on 28 field goals made.
Unselfish basketball, playing at a level where it's conducive to what you've done all year. Really good, a really great performance. A gutty Georgetown team kind of pushed UConn a little bit, but that slow grind that UConn puts a lot of their opponents in went into effect. Very disciplined down the stretch.
That sets up the big one tomorrow. St. John's, UConn. Neither team is trailed in this tournament. Something has to give. All right, let's go to Miss Allison.
Coach Hurley, what did you like about the way your team came out and took care of business tonight?
Yeah, I mean, this was a really determined team that was on a great run. It was great having Ed Cooley out here on semifinal Friday like he belongs, and I think our Georgetown games with him in the future are going to be pretty electric. But just the way we took care of business with our defense. Didn't have a great shooting night, but we're able to win comfortably.
We know how the regular season ended. What does it mean to this group to play for a Big East Tournament title tomorrow in the rubber match against St. John's? Yeah,
I think it speaks to the season we've had. I mean, we're going for win 30 tomorrow, and a chance to win a championship in the world's most famous arena, versus a team that we got a lot of respect for, and it'll be round 3 of the heavyweight battle.
Can't wait. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Allison, thank you very much. That sets the stage for tomorrow night. The last 2 champions of the Big East clash as UConn takes on St. John's. It all tips off at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox. For our entire crew, Allison Williams and Jim Jackson, this is Gus Johnson saying so long from New York.